Alright, we connected in the hotspot and let's see what happens. Shit, been cut off 6 times.
We're in the first quarter of play, and it's the Eagles in control of the football. Now Allen looking to throw on second down. And an alley to run. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide.
Yeah, I just took her out a little bit ago. She pooped and peed.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Oh, that'll do it. $1.15. Right. Yeah, that's a fact.
The Eagles on third down. Right? A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Now let's go.
From the gun, it's Allen. And that is incomplete.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short. Okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
Yeah.
But now the Bears coming out as they get ready. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. It's a big-time play there for the Bears. 57 yards. Well, it's one thing to grab it with one hand, but when you make a catch of that distance, quite another.
Yes, sir. I mean, that one right there, we keep talking about the high-flying antics that we're seeing from receivers nowadays. Doesn't matter what spot they start in. But when it actually does happen in the heat of battle, it brings me right out of my seat.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Bridgewater on 2nd and 10.
Good job when you get it back, Hicks.
And as a defender, if you come up with 2 interceptions in a game, that's pretty rare in the NFL. You might see one guy a weekend do that, but to have 2 in the first quarter, that's something you don't see all that often. I have a feeling they'll think twice about throwing in his direction too often.
just one tick to go, so this will obviously be the final play of this first quarter. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us down to the end of this first quarter of play. So we played one quarter here on a Monday night. It's the Eagles with the early lead. And we're back to Philadelphia after this.
The NFL on EA Sports is presented by Snickers. You're not you when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
Back live with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Eagles with the ball here to begin quarter number 2. They've got it 2nd and 10 to start things out.
Detroit! Detroit!
To the air, Allen.
Damn
His
it.
throw incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the number one thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Damn it. This guy. Come on.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
All right, here we go. Boom, land it.
On play action, Allen. Oh, he's got a man wide open. Complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down.
About 6 times.
That sets up a 1st and goal. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. From the gun, Allen. And this is going to be incomplete.
Superman, and don't you know? Call me the man still? Alright, cross
You
him.
know that in their zone coverage, they're able
Cross
to
her.
drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal.
Hurry up, here we go.
Allen to throw once more. Flushed out right. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And this is picked up by the Bears.
He's got to be down.
And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
He's got to be down.
I know that taking care of the football is something that's drummed into every guy who plays this position, no matter what.
Oh, yeah, he's down.
He's running it in the pocket, out of the pocket. But it's almost surprising to me that there aren't more fumbles by that position because of the way that they get attacked.
Oh, yeah,
on
he's
each and
down.
every play.
Don't y'all
He
cheat
had the
me.
fumble last week. Now here's 2 weeks in a row with a fumble loss.
Concentration has got to be there, and he's got to understand how much time he has to take care of a play, and maybe his clock is off just a little bit.
They are really... Oh, God. Are you kidding me? He's cheating. I mean, are you fucking kidding me? Are you kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? It's fucking cheating shit here.
Bridgewater now after the fumble recovery. Got an open man. It's Michael
Cheating
Gallup.
bastards.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 25.
Cheating. I mean, that's just blatant. That's just blatant. Guy's fucking down.
On first down, they run with Howard. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Tackle made there by Zach Brown.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Damn, I mean, that's just fucking cheating. And God, dog.
They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
Such a dumb ass up.
Second down, Bridgewater. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
The last play on the completion got him half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Throwing, Bridgewater. And he will find his man on the outside. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional
just ran a
receiver
pick
is really
play.
starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. First down, Bridgewater. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They'll give to Howard. And he'll get it down here to the 43. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off.
Damn,
the quarterback is struggling a little bit.
They go play action here on first down.
Good job. Good job. Way to get him back, Miles. Cheating bitches.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Good job. Way to get him, Miles.
Josh Allen leads the offense out for their next possession. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter.
Here we go. No. Check. Patriot.
So after the INT, it's
God,
Allen.
this guy can't throw this pass. This guy can't throw this.
Because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Allen will try again on second down. And this one's incomplete.
Oh, man, these guys here.
Absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. The Eagles on third down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
Here we go now.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. And falls incomplete after almost being intercepted.
Oh, man,
A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right.
I mean,
3rd down, you got to try and find
they made us fumble,
There's
which
nothing
wasn't a fumble.
available there for him.
They blocked the fucking kick. I mean, an extra point. I mean, you know.
He's just been looking for some space. Yeah, I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about it.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only the DB's going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they got a few words to say to their QB.
Come on, guys.
High throw luckily fell incomplete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Bridgewater.
Good.
Now he'll escape to his left. And he's
shit. Got these. Oh, my God. Oh, my fucking God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. He's got...
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right.
Oh, man. I don't think we can get any more blatant than what we've gotten here, boy.
It's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll step out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Howard. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, being back.
Be careful, because now that I'm telling you, they're trying to set you up for a big play.
Does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
A 2nd down throw for Bridgewater. Dumps that off to his running back, Jordan Howard. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
I'm telling you, watch out. I'm telling you, a big play is coming. I mean, they've been cheating, but...
They go play action. Bridgewater. And this one caught by Cameron Brate. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What did the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Bridgewater on first down. Caught out left side by Robinson.
This is unbelievable, man. I mean, capes are in full effect. Capes are in full effect.
Another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move,
capes are in full effect.
Away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
Well, they are doing everything in their power to cheat you. I mean, everything in their power.
This quarterback now 11 of 17 passing thus far. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Bridgewater now on 2nd down. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short.
Basically, you're not going to outwork 2 guys very often.
Double coverage. I thought he was going to go somewhere else with the football. I get it. That's a stud wide receiver. You want to try to get him the football.
Yeah, sometimes you rely on him a bit too much. You forget the other options that are out there.
On 3rd down, this is Howard. And he gets the 1st down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
I like this focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need 1. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
Of course you guys are tired. God damn. It's fucking just cheap. I mean, of course they want them to score a touchdown.
Bridgewater now looking to throw on 1st.
And we see that. We ain't gonna pick it off. Because they want them to score a touchdown. We ain't going to pick it off. Because they want them to score a touchdown.
They've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. And they'll go on the ground. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. They lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed
they gonna score here
for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Bridgewater now.
No.
Right around the 8.
Thanks, though.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Leave the defense on the field. Damn, these guys are dead tired.
Now we've got a field goal coming up here for Chicago. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they will indeed get on the board here, but still trailing. It's now 13-3. Now, that's something of a pick-me-up, and the offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
And be careful here because they want you to fumble or something.
Head back out. Second quarter, a guy like him, no catches, so that's the surprising part. But they're winning, so maybe they've been able to do some other things effectively, I guess.
And they found other ways, haven't they? Because the receivers would tell you, offense needs to run through us, but they're managing to get it done in this ball game without having to actually do that. I wouldn't expect them to stay silent for the rest of the game, though.
Yeah, you got to think that his first catch is coming at some point. Play action. Now it's Allen. He's going to rifle one deep left. And got his man.
Good job.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
Take it to the 2-minute warning.
Gain of 31.
Good job. You can't throw short passes, but boy, oh boy, you can rip them.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this.
That's a laser. Job, Alvarez. Just gave you the money.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
All right. Hey, look, you did that because you saw that other guy float to the middle. You saw that guy float to the middle. Watch this. They was trying to set us up. There's a guy that floats to the middle. Yep, right there. So if we throw to that guy, there's 3 guys there with him. There's three of them. So you did the right thing.
The mismatch. How about the guy at the second level, that big linebacker, able to run with the receiver and make a play on the football?
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hurry up, here we go.
Now Allen to throw. To throw again. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've been very good. 5 for 7 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. He'll rifle this one deep right side. So they took a shot there on 3rd down. Couldn't get it. Now it's 4th. They're going for a receiver there.
Bad.
Already has 1 touchdown in this first half.
Bad.
A second one.
Bad series right there.
Space is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
Jordan Howard and the rest of the offense heading back out there. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. First down now, but that clock rolling. A first down throw for Bridgewater. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Robinson. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. To the air again with Bridgewater. Throws a quick hitter on the slant. That's complete. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. He's going to float this one deep right side. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Bridgewater again. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And again, it's Bridgewater. That's caught by Howard. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
Taking money right here.
Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. From the red zone now, Bridgewater. He leaves this one for Howard.
They don't have more timeouts. Good job.
Back at the 17. So we've come to halftime here in Philly with the Eagles on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll start over at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa.
What?
Where it was definitely a game.
I told you what I was eating.
As you can see by the scoreline. Jameis Winston, terrific in the win, as his guys up their mark to 7-4 with the victory. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And they were winners in their ball game over the visiting Buffalo Bills. Deshaun Watson leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. Finally, let's get to the country music capital of the world and see what's happening with the Titans at home in Nashville. And they were winners in their ball game as they beat the visiting Washington Redskins. 28-3, the final score. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Getting set to go here, Teddy Bridgewater and company marches back onto the field. And he's looking to take much better care of the football here in half 2 after 3 first-half interceptions.
We don't have to just look strictly at the numbers here. You know what else happens to a team when you turn it over 3 times like that? It erodes confidence in you. And it erodes confidence in the offense. And now you have the defensive guys looking over and saying, what is going on here? And instead of playing for the team, they're playing angry and mad at their teammates.
Now a play fake here on first down. Wide open receiver complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, And that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now Howard. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Of course he has. Of course he has an abdominal tear.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. On 1st, they go right back to Howard. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Second down, Bridgewater. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
Third and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
John Miles.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stack sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Here's Johnny Hacker now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
And they'll run it here. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
No, check, Patriot!
Allen looks to throw on second down. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
The Eagles on third down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. From the gun, it's Allen. Buying time to his left. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit.
What are you doing?
Double plus, big time play.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
No, check, Patriot!
To throw, it's Allen. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was a strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
The Eagles on third down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This will be 3rd and 6. On play action, Allen. Flush to his right. And an alley to run.
Good job.
Slide down to avoid the contact. A good decision in the end to pull it and run. Gets him 9 yards and a first.
After the sack, you could understand him maybe being a little bit nervous back there, a little skittish, but he looked awfully decisive when he took off and ran.
Very decisive and picked up that first down in the process. Allen goes incomplete.
Wow.
A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down.
Oh, man, that was close. Man. The opportunity to change momentum. Big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense as that fell harmlessly to the ground. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Allen now going to throw again. And
good job.
Down as he's inside the 40.
Good job, Alvarez.
That'll put him at 66 receiving yards now for the game, and he's got a first down.
A little touch on that one.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Here we go now.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. The All-Pro in 2 positions. Khalil Mack there to make the stop. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. I think you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
Now let's go.
On 2nd down, here's Allen. Thrown over the middle, and it's incomplete. Getting a hand in there and knocking it away, Eddie Jackson.
Well, sometimes you just have to take things into your own hands, don't you? I mean, the offense is really struggling in this game. They're the ones keeping things going. They have to continue to play at that level.
Yeah, because, boy, look at that guy. God, he twisted. This is...
So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. So the shotgun snap to Allen.
This guy dropped the
Incomplete.
fucking ball.
Contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Damn it.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Oh, man.
The Eagles send out their punter now. He's been terrific so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field.
They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
They go with Howard to begin the drive.
Job,
He's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety.
Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt, and if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call.
Good job.
Give the punt team
and he kicks it out of bounds. Good job.
Love.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Hurry up, here we go.
Now Allen throwing on 2nd down. But he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer.
These guys are all over the place,
Instead,
man.
it's 3rd down.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception.
Capes are in full effect.
If he had really good hands, he'd be playing
Capes are in
offense.
full effect. Capes are in full effect. Capes are in full effect.
The Eagles on 3rd down. Now, they've converted 7 times and could use another right now. This is 3rd and 9. Allen from the gun, he'll throw. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead going to an opposite color jersey.
The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
They go play action here on 1st down. And
Good
for
job.
the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
Good job, Mickey.
At the 23. And this drive will start at the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Josh Allen leads the offense out of the passing game. I mean, look at the numbers. It's fallen off. When a team is struggling, sometimes you look at the quarterback. When the quarterback starts to struggle, who goes over and picks him up?
Yeah, that's always a big one, isn't it? Usually, there's a quarterback whisperer somewhere. And what I mean by that is, whether it's an assistant coach whether it's one of his best friends on the team, someone that can get in his ear, get with him, and say, all right, my man, what do you need? What's going on here? So he's one
Good
person he
job.
can lean on.
Way to rip that one in there.
And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it first and goal. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he...
That's a laser. That is a laser. Capes are in full effect, though. He tried. Capes are in full effect. Capes are in full effect.
Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's first and goal.
All right, here we go.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's in.
Good job.
Touchdown, Eagles. A great play there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points.
Offensive line coaches always tell their guys, if we score touchdowns, that means we get to the end zone first. That's exactly what those blockers did, clearing the way for their back.
Extra point attempt to come here. Point after, right down the middle. And that will make this a 19-point game. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
Good job.
Pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow.
You're kind of savage.
You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. This is Howard on 2nd down. And not a whole lot doing there, so he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy, sometimes having to hang out all day and play.
Good job.
Here's another
Good
interception.
job.
Picked up by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When's the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. Josh Allen leads the offense out for their next possession. How do you break down his game so far? Just the 1 touchdown pass, but sometimes the touchdown pass stat category, that doesn't tell the whole story.
It really doesn't. Not until you balance it with the error side. You know, and in this case, he hasn't thrown any interceptions. So a lot of people would call this almost a pedestrian game, kind of a bus driver game. But that's just really wrong. Being a bus driver is a good thing if you're running a football team, because that means you're in control and you're taking your team to the right places.
Yeah, he's been pretty solid. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out. But a running game can really benefit your team right now.
And here's Allen to throw on 2nd down.
Tight end Allah.
Look at this tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he's got almost to the 20 before he's dropped. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
Way to rip it in there.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes
having a 99, boy, it kind of
it makes it tough to defend.
I don't like this. I don't like this. Let's do this.
They'll run it now out of the gun.
Oh, of course that's what they're gonna go. Of course. Of course. Of course. Of course. Of course. Come on, man. You knew that's what they was gonna do.
So a decent game, but all for naught on the penalty.
You knew that's what they was gonna do.
Good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Here we go now. Green 39.
And of course,
off the play fake.
that guy didn't jump offside. You know. Oh man, they just cheat, boy. Because that guy didn't jump off. See it.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here.
That guy didn't jump off sides.
No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Let's watch it, shall we? Let's just watch it, shall we? Like, what is? I mean, he, the guy's. I mean, look, he's offside. Oh, jeez. Oh man, you know what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long.
Set. Green 39.
Operating from the gun, Allen. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hurry up, here we go. 319.
Now Allen operating from the gun.
Of course, yep. You knew that was going to happen. You knew that was going to happen. You knew that was going to happen. You shouldn't. Why even try it? Why even try it? That's your own fault. You know better than that.
Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Back out onto the field comes Allen Robinson. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it?
Right.
Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
Got him again!
And an alley to run. And he's able to
Got him again. Good job, guys.
3-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough
I think you're going to be NFC Player of the Game. you got 4 of them in this game. My name ain't Bruce Black.
Is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And able to push his way forward here for a good little game. Give him 5 on the
inside run. Sets up.
One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Eagles in possession of the football and leading this one as we get ready to start the final quarter. Now they'll run it on the toss. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Allen now looks to throw. Incomplete. He had his hands on it. But it's now 4th down.
My man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
Yeah, really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. And no, it doesn't get there. Hits the crossbar, bounces back out. He had it online, but it comes up about a rotation short. He had it online, gave it a pretty good ride too, but in the end, he's a victim of the crossbar.
And Brandon, you know kickers very well. I bet if we ask him after the game, he'll say he didn't get all of it. We've seen him hit from deeper than this in warm-ups. But here, he's a foot or so from clearing that bar.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. From the gun, Bridgewater. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
On 3rd down, Bridgewater. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And my goodness, another interception.
Good Jordan. Hell a dig. That's 5 interceptions.
And down at the 49-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now.
Oh,
just not
man.
completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's...
All right, guys, we still need to put these guys away. It's still like 10 minutes to go in this game.
That's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. So after the INT, it's Allen. The attempt on the dive.
Good job, Sharp.
What a catch. A good pickup there at 22.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And on the ground they go with the running back. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Allen. And it's caught. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Way to get rid of it. That guy was coming. And he had bad intentions. Oh, yeah, this guy right here. That's Smith. The guy from... Oh, way to pick him up at the last minute. Kung Fu China, son. A little way to throw another laser, another dart. Oh, wow. What a dart. Hey, you know what time it is.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal.
Everybody was kung fu fighting. Whose cats were fast as lightning. Oh. In fact, it was a little bit frightening. Those cats were fast as lightning.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point.
It's the equivalent of the Shermanator.
The extra point splits the uprights, and that will
Except
bump
it's
the lead up to
Kung
26.
Fu China.
The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run.
Hey man, if you gotta go saw some wood or cut some tile or something, man, you go and do it. Nothing to see here. Nothing to see here.
And this will not be returnable.
Hey, look, I'm glad he's in that funk. Hey, look. Normally want to talk to you in the chat room.
And that interception that ended their previous drive likely also ended any shot they had at victory.
Yeah, long road back from here, no doubt about that one. But let's face it, if you're going to go out there and compete, you want to try and end on a strong note, don't you?
Absolutely. It won't end in a victory like you said, but they can maybe take something positive out of this one. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He'll be dropped at the 30. With a shifty move, got him a couple extra on the play. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it a second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. And we've got movement. I think this is against the Bears here. Let's find out. That's going to set them back 5 yards. A false start penalty, and now they're back to needing 10 yards on 2nd down. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. That's into the hands of Gallup over the middle. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
They have all those.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Bridgewater now from the 50. They'll set up the screen to Howard.
Good job, Zach Brown.
45 at the 46. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's 2nd down.
In order for a screen pass
it's like,
to
man,
break
look, I
big,
ain't trying to throw this ball in the middle of the field no more.
And be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Here's Bridgewater, and the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
1st down, Bridgewater. Throw left side complete. It's Burton. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
They'll throw again. Bridgewater. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 7. Bridgewater again. Eluding the pressure, and he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Fletcher Cox
Good job.
able to get outside the numbers and drop him for a loss of a yard.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury.
they said. Hey, look. They threw the white flag up. Left surrender.
Punt for Chicago. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
No, I'm not going to go to the player part because when I think blowout...
Because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out. And no one wants to go back to those memories. But, you know, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that, you know, a team put 70. I actually saw it happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent. And in the NFL, in the 2017 season, I saw one of those changing of the guard games.
I saw you, Metcalf.
Been very good before. Now was dominating and kicking around a team who had been ruling their division.
Damn. Runs this guy over. Bam. Oh, number 38. Bam. Bam. Welcome to my shoulder. Wow. All right.
You earn your paycheck, right? As the analyst, you got to fill that time.
You've got to know what's going on out there and how it all happened.
Well, obviously, that begs the question, what game was it?
That was Seattle hosting Los Angeles, the Rams.
Yeah.
Their second meeting of the season, and the Rams turned it around from the first one and blew out the Seahawks.
And to give this time to the tailback. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. But just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Right back to him on first down. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Take it to the 2-minute warning.
Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. And they'll go on the ground. And he powers his way up past the 30. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with third and about 6 yards to go.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Mike Tomlin, boy, he gonna get fired, boy. China, so I wanted Metcalf.
And they'll run it here. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring
take the
up
penalty
a
and then
fourth down.
punt.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Take the penalty.
The Eagles send out their punter now.
Damn,
as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. And maybe some indecision on getting the punt team out there, and they're going to get a delay. And that'll set them back 5. The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And this will be touchdown inside the 20. They'll spot it at the 18-yard line. Onto the field now come the Bears. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. Caught out left side by Robinson. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. And now here's another interception. Picked up by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks.
Oh, are you kidding me?
Yet another.
Oh my goodness, are you kidding me? Oh wow. Luke Kuechly, who's that? Wow.
Interception, and I just had to double check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it, and that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Good job, guys.
And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right?
Hicks, 6
Not letting them
interceptions.
break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for Philadelphia, they keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 8-3 on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for the Bears, it's a loss that could hurt them come playoff seeding time as they drop to 8-3.